at the Super Nationals.
Green flag is out. We are underway.
Weinbarger's got the cape out. Looking to do a little flying down into turn number 3 and 4.
Superman with a run there. Thought maybe he was going to work back low on Charneski for the race lead up on 2 wheels.
Weinbarger went for a bike ride down to the bottom. Now he's going to hustle and muscle. Then they're coming through. They're 4 wide. Oh, doctor, here we go. Luke Lemon, Charneski, Kaplan, feet wailing on each other. Carlin Weinbarger got the cape laid out. Here it goes. Wachter there. Now it's going to be Kaplan. Oh, Sparkler the snakes off the 25X down the front straightaway. It is Weinbarger to the win.
Boone, he's punched the ticket. How about it for Colin Weinbarger?
It is the greatest dirt track experience in the world.
Through the smoke, through the fireworks, race fans on your feet. It is your final championship event of the night. It is your Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds.
It is Colin Hendon breaking free from that front row starting spot. 3 wide, he'll slide up to the top of turns 1 and 2. Cody Thompson will work well. There's Dylan Thornton. Crossover move, 5 wide for third. Here comes TBJ. Tom Berry Jr. will work the low side of Cody Thompson for the runner-up spot off of 4.
Oh, man, she's loving touching, squeezing back there. Look out down the front straightaway. They were 6 wide, and they ran out of real estate. And watch what happens down here, Bobby. Ooh, Bobby Moore and Ryan McDaniel getting together. Oh boy, look at that. Colin Hendon jumps the caution. Man, how did he power back? Cody Thompson coming in. Is it time for some Charlie boys? Yes, it is. White Castles are served down the front straightaway. It's Hendon by 16. 1,000.
Look out. Cody Thompson off the top of 2. Gonna hop back on. Gonna save it. This track is wide. It is fast. And it is Colin Hendon right now approaching the midway point of this one. Look out. Hendon way upstairs. Over in turn number 4. Here comes Berry with a slider.
Tom Berry to the race lead.
White flag is out. 1 to go. Berry leads by 0.8 of a second.
Tom Berry Jr. on the heels of his first ever Super Nationals title. He'll slide to the inside with lap cars. He is a Super Nationals champion. Tom Berry Jr. with the win. Oh, man. Look at out of the car. Tom Berry Jr.
Tom Berry Jr., your Super Nationals champion.
Super Nationals time.
That's
Holy
what
cow.
time it is.
Can you believe it?
time
It's
it
Super Nationals time, Mr. Magoo.
It's
nice
Super
hat, by
National
the way.
time.
Just got like a diaper
Hey,
on his head.
I just want to. How did the girls' night out go the other night? You,
No,
Jerry, Ryan, and
we didn't see
Wade
the-
had a girl
we
night.
didn't
We didn't
See
see
you.
the Barbie movie, so I don't know how did it go.
Girl
Yeah,
nights
yeah.
out, huh?
Yeah, we went and got our toes done. Didn't you go to the Barbie movie?
With my daughter,
Oh.
trying to be a nice father.
I went with his girlfriend.
Yeah. I went with Wade. Brett couldn't make it like that.
I couldn't. I had to work. I was probably driving back
You
and forth
guys-
to Boone.
Yeah, I think you
I got to
were.
watch the Race Saver Nationals from last night, so you guys just carry on without me.
Okay.
Holy
Was it a
shit.
good race? Heard it was a good race.
Yeah.
IMCA replay.
$24.99. Go buy it right now. Get the
That's
replay
right.
pass.
This race will
All
make
right.
it all worth it.
So Monday morning pre-race show for the 41st annual Speedway Motors IMCA Super National, fueled by Casey's.
Casey's.
We also buy some parts from Napa every now and then.
Yeah.
We are in the Napa fan zone for this
We are in the Napa fan
podcast.
zone,
Every day for this.
broadcast.
Look at
and,
the.
as well as Victory Lane. They kind of double a little.
That's right.
It's Victory
They're
Lane.
everywhere.
That's why it says Victory Lane.
and Victory Lane this year.
Another improvement made to this year's Super Nationals.
We try.
I do like the red velvet ropes down here to keep the people back
Yeah.
from.
So the photographers can have their.
That's right.
I left the red
Access.
carpet at the office, though.
The problem is we have so many
I should have
ticket
brought the red
requests
carpet.
to join our live studio
my
audience for
goodness.
the podcast.
There's almost a table full of people over there.
We have to have the red ropes to keep people away.
What are there, 4, 5? Well, last
Right,
year I think
security.
we had 4 or 5, but it
Security.
was all IMCA TV crew.
Yeah.
That's the type of crowd Jerry will bring in.
Do you think if we put people in we could have like Jerry Springer thing where the security guys?
Steve Wilco or
Yeah,
whatever.
Steve, yeah, Steve.
I like Springer. Then we can get some strippers fighting over the same guy, and
Brother and sister fighting over their mom.
why not?
So we're going to talk racing or strippers?
Neither.
I'm sorry to give you that option. Sorry to give you guys that option.
We have a choice.
Yeah. So you want to anybody do a wrap up on the Prelude?
It's the Prelude. We first time did the double down. Two
We
winners
did.
in the modified stock cars, hobby stocks, and sport mods.
You said we had 630 cars last year. I think we had 730 this year.
There was more.
There was a lot more.
Which is why we did the 2 features, thinking, well, if we it just made it was a better format. Kind of follow what we do usually on Wednesday's program for the stock cars and the modifieds anyhow. Split them up out of the heat races, eliminated some Bs, and yeah, just got it down to 2 features, 2 30-car features.
Right, instead of
Which,
the 24.
Yeah, so over those features, obviously I throw the sport compacts in there as well. We had one of those features. But anybody stand out in your mind from the Prelude the last 2 nights? For those that have watched the races,
I will tell
you. We're
you.
not going to tell everybody what happened, but if you watch the races, anybody stand out in mind, like you go, that guy's quick.
Do you now have a
Besides
favorite?
the guy who win, obviously.
Well, I will tell you the talk in the pits of who everybody thinks is going to win the modifieds this year after the Prelude.
After
Which
the
one?
Prelude?
Which one of the Hall
feature?
brothers?
Which one?
They weren't
Are
here. They
yet?
couldn't make the Prelude. Remember? They had autograph sessions.
So what's the talk in the pits?
Tim Ward.
Well, he was the talk before Super Nationals.
Yeah,
before
but he was on
He's
the
had a
tips.
decent year.
Yeah.
He has. He really has.
That and Cody Laney. They think Cody Laney's
looked
going to
good.
He won Marshalltown on Friday night.
Yep.
You know, and you know, obviously we had the Mod Lights as well the last 2 days. Their portion of the Super Nationals.
They were
Mod
awesome.
Lights.
Ronnie Choate came from Tennessee, first ever champion from Tennessee.
Exactly. The Padilla, is that Padilla?
Padilla.
Padilla.
The L's are silent.
Gotcha. Padilla, he was fast. He won Marshalltown. Running qualifier, he was up front. You know, and Rafferty had a little drama with Rafferty. You know, he got to the front pretty quick in the Mod Light feature.
Made some contact on a pass and
and just slowly fell back, and we were trying to figure out if he broke something on the suspension or what. He just got a flat right rear and ended his nice. We got a new champion, which is pretty damn cool, from Tennessee, and Ronnie's a nice guy.
Oh, a great guy.
And then we had a new ROC champion, too. Was it Jeremy Wilson?
Jeremy Wilson,
out of Arkansas.
From Arkansas.
Spreading the wealth.
Maple Valley.
Yeah.
Or Mapleville.
Mapleville.
Yeah, go back 4 years, and we have no Mod Lights at the Super Nationals, and here we are 3 years later.
Over 70.
Over 70. And guys from Arkansas and Tennessee.
I think it was like
winning races
12
here.
or 13 states in Mod Lights alone. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Race of champions for the Model Lights.
Yeah, great. It was just a great turnout. The Mod Light racing was great. We had some drama. We threw one through the fence.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Threw a Mod Light through the fence over here.
Talk about drama.
Uh-oh. You still watching
You're
Eagles?
still watching.
Still
Talk
watching
about drama.
Jeremy Hewish win yet?
No.
What happened?
Tyler Drucke just got caught up in an accident.
By a
lap
lap.
Lap cars.
So what you're saying is
That'll get you.
somebody was not somebody's race and not somebody's place.
Wow. Glad Roger has to sort through that, not us.
Yeah.
We were here. He was there.
That's right.
But we did back to the Preludes. You know, we did have some. I thought, some unexpected winners. And then again, I watched. I try to watch every feature. I think I did. I can't remember. It's been a blur. The last
I didn't
2 days.
expect Jimmy Johnson to win that hobby
He
stock
looked good.
feature.
He looked good.
But he was good last year.
He's good
before
here.
That
He's good here. And
very
he
good
admits
here.
he loves this place.
And one of the things that I particularly like about the event this year is the fact that there's jumbotrons in the infield.
Oh,
I love that.
Whoever had that idea needs a raise.
it's Boone, baby. It's Boone.
Was that a Brett Root idea?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps. But anyhow, so to me, it's like Texas Stadium when you go to a football game.
I hate to interrupt, but our president's about to get a ticket on your pickup.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're illegally parked? Oh,
my keys
can
are
you
in
turn
my
on
camper.
Can you turn on the PA, Jeremy?
So do I need to go hurry up and make an announcement that what's the plate number?
IMCA 1.
My keys are in my camper. Go in the door, and it's on the left.
Where's he? Where's he parked at?
Right over here.
Blocking
I'm in a handicap.
traffic.
Speaking of handicap, watch Carson try to go down the stairs.
Jeez, Carson.
Wow.
So you're telling me that you are
Parked
illegally parked?
Yeah, I had shit to do today.
And there is an exception to every rule. Brett would
Okay.
be the exception.
Yeah. Well, if he gives me a ticket, he gives me a ticket. I'll pay it, whatever.
It's going to come out of your,
If he wants
your
to tow it,
wages.
tow it. But
Jeremy.
anyhow, where were we
Hey,
talking
remember
about?
that
Jumbotrons.
raise? Remember that raise you just got for the jumbotrons? They're paying it.
So it's like Dallas Cowboy Stadium. When you're out there in the infield, we are in the middle of the racetrack with the event going on around us, and I find myself looking at the drone footage, and I thought it was extremely helpful for me, at least, to see the names of the racers with the cars, because
the
Mod Lights,
lineups right there.
right? The
Yeah.
lineups right there. I don't know. I know a lot of them, but I know every one of them, so it's kind of cool to have that out there. both sides of the tracks got it now. We're just trying to obviously make the fan experience here a little better, minus the 100-degree weather.
You know what, though? It's better than
it's better than other stuff.
It's better than
moisture.
4, 5, and 7 years ago when it was raining.
Right.
Correct. My Facebook pop-up, 5 years ago
memories.
today, memories popped up yesterday, and it was my youngest daughter sitting on a golf cart over there in the pits, and it was raining. And it said, just trying to stay dry. And I'm like, oh, thank
Well, I remember some of those
Lord.
rains, you'd watch
That is
people.
not going on right now.
You'd watch people's stuff. I mean, I remember
Float down.
there was an engine float down that river back there one year when it rained, heavy rains, and tires and air mattresses and
Coolers and
Yep.
a couple love bugs on an air mattress floating down through
That's
the
not going to be an issue this year, though.
No.
Forecast looks
Wait,
good.
no.
So if
Forecast is good. The
It-
last 2 days so far have been really good. It's been a little hot. The racing's been awesome.
I think the heat's
We
supposed
had
to
the
break
band for a
Wednesday.
couple of nights. Cody Hicks was here for 2 nights. He literally played, I think, till 3:30 or 4
Yeah.
in the morning, at least Saturday night, because we raced a little late.
They played till 3:30 last night.
Yeah, I heard him last night when I went to bed at 3:30.
So what we're talking about with the weather, if you have a modified, IMCA stock car, and you're still at home, get your ass down here.
Yeah, because it's going to
be
cool down
perfect.
on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah,
gonna
we
be
need. We're struggling for cars. I think Ryan said we hit 1,100.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
hit
we
1,100
need
today.
to-
I
a couple of minutes
figured
ago.
we'd
A couple
be
more
at
cars,
12.
we're going to have to run a B feature.
That's enough for
No,
a couple of
we
races.
can fit them out there.
It's like a jamboree around here,
Yeah,
but with
it
cars.
is.
But
Absolutely.
with cars.
Correct.
It was going to be perfect.
I need my
84.
sound machine.
Yeah.
Red shot.
Anyhow, so back to, again, one more comment on, standouts. The one I thought was interesting was Troy Folger.
Tricky was, in both divisions, to be honest.
Correct. That's what I noticed is he was in the top 4 in both stock cars and modifieds
You know
on Saturday night. And where's he from? Like Antioch or Northern California or someplace like that,
He's
right?
a Merced guy. Or Bakersfield. He's from Bakersfield.
He's from down there? I thought he
No,
was.
he's from
he was-
Oakley. That's right.
He's
Oakley.
a Northern
Oakley.
California
Oakley.
guy. But I see him, and he was, he ran in third and fourth or
Mm-hmm.
something like that in 2 different divisions with that many cars. I thought that's impressive. Again, to me, it just speaks volumes, I think, about the quality of IMCA racing and the talent our racers have when you have a guy that comes here from California, and runs up front like that in 2 divisions of cars. It just said, people who don't know who Troy Folger is now, if you're paying attention, kind of like, that guy, 49 car, because the cars look the same.
Yeah.
the
you know.
locals also had a good run. Paul Stone from right here in Boone, Iowa, had a pretty good run in the stock car.
Sound machine.
And you know who else had a pretty good run the other night? Wahoo.
Did he make it?
Wahoo! Yeah, what did he do? Run from the camp? He ran us. He ran. Well, he
ran
had his
some
daughter.
cupcakes up
He
to
had
us
his daughter
last
ran the cupcakes up to
Then
us.
were 2 strong laps before he got black flag.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, that's
Questionable
right. Because I
driving.
made the comment. I said, "Well, this says like Coca Paw. What would Wahoo say?"
Oh, boy.
So any more things about the Prelude before we move into Supernational stuff? Any comments on the mod lights or anything?
I think
It was just good racing.
I
You know,
thought it was been a good.
people don't like day racing, and I will say the first session of the modified first set on Saturday, the racing was
Sure, of course
but
it is.
the second session, and then all the racing yesterday was spectacular. Whether it was sunny out, whether the sun had gone down, the racing has been very, very good.
We have this conversation a lot here, and what they do here at Boone Speedway, especially racing in the day, is very, very difficult to do. And no matter what they throw at it, and people are like, oh, how come the track, didn't have, how come it's dusty, or there's a lot.
Right.
You just can't control the conditions when you the incredible heat that they're dealing with.
We've had no rain either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's-
There's no clouds in the sky.
Right.
There's no cloud coverage. Any of those little things, they really, really change what's going on out there, and we see it immediately when the sun starts getting down.
Oh yeah.
I
The
think we're
racetrack
missing-
changes. The racing always gets better, in my opinion, here in the dark.
and the farming sessions shorten as the
They
sun
adjust
goes
what
down,
they're
so,
doing.
yeah.
The track changes. They change with it. They try to time it to where you're running multiple divisions of cars that all act different on the racetrack, whether the racer want to admit it or not. A modified does not race like a stock car,
Nope.
or a mod light, or a compact.
Nope.
So they're adapting how we're doing the daily format, when we're running the features, what order they're in. All that stuff is really thought out very well by Rod and Lottie
Yep.
and the people that are making the decisions out
Well,
there.
I think the biggest story out of the Prelude came in the stock cars.
Is this going to be a genuine, serious
This
thing? Or
is
are you making a joke?
Honest to God, what I believe was the biggest, I don't even want to say surprise, but yeah, it was a surprise out of the Prelude.
Okay.
Do.
Jeopardy.
What is Rowdy Van Genren?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Who
He
is
looked
Roddy
good.
Van Genner?
Yeah, who is?
You got to answer it in the form of a question because it's
No, see, it would have been first feature
point.
win at the Prelude for 500.
what
Who
is
is
Rowdy?
Rowdy Van Genner?
He was up in the VIP booth with his dad last night, Mike, and I said, yeah, Mike was pretty excited because he got to use Rowdy's success to have access to the VIP booth. I said, that was talent that skips a generation, by the way.
And I said, Dick
fast
and
Van
Joyce,
Genren.
I said, Dick and Joyce, you put your name on a Van Genderen car that can finally win.
Finally win. I said, where did you learn that? Because it certainly didn't come from your dad.
Well, Mike did have a big hand in breaking the trophy.
Oh,
After.
he broke the trophy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the kid
He
wins.
broke 2 trophies.
He wins his first feature. Okay.
Broke the top off it.
And made the mistake of entrusting the trophy. I mean, it's like a 10-foot tall trophy.
Well, Mike's never handled a trophy that big.
That's very true. And sets it by the car on some uneven ground. I'm no
Oops.
engineer, but when the ground's like this and you put a trophy on it, it's going to fall.
Maybe the
But
most
we got it
utility-
fixed.
We got it fixed.
Got it fixed.
That's a good deal.
And I know another one that impressed me, and he's been good, but he hasn't been racing his car a lot recently, is Jake Sacco.
Yeah.
He looked very good for only racing the last few weeks.
Yeah, he's only been out like
He's
3
been a
weeks in
stock
that
car
stock-
all
in
year.
that
Didn't
He's
he
like
win
in
Prelude
contention.
last year? Didn't he win a qualifier?
Yeah, but he hasn't run a sport mod all year.
Yeah, I mean, he
Oh,
hasn't
yeah,
run a
he
sport.
just-
Jake's a good racer.
Wait, he
yeah.
has.
Jake's a good racer.
Just a little bit.
I saw him run one up in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
Yeah,
he did.
but I mean,
Was
this
he
car
there?
that he brought here.
Yeah. No, but Rowdy Van Genren winning his first ever
Yep.
feature against a
that
field like
field?
that at the
Yeah.
Prelude is
Yeah.
That's insane.
you
Look
can't
good.
can't even that's yeah.
So hobby stocks and
Sport mods
sport
and late
mods are
models.
up today.
Yep.
But we have about 400 cars so far.
Yeah,
for
something
today.
like that. Just shy of 400.
Late
They're
models,
still checking
late
in.
models.
And late models
See
today.
what we have.
We'll have probably about 40 of those.
Crown our second champion.
Crown a champion. We'll
100
do some ROC heat races today for the hobby stocks and the sport mods.
We have 409. That includes the 58 that are signed in for the ROC. So we're about 350. We've got 167 sport mods, which is right on par with where we normally are.
Yep.
Hobby stocks, I don't recall what the record is, but 154, we may be approaching a record for the hobby stock division.
31 late models so
Yep,
far.
and 31
But they
late
go
models.
later in the day, so
Yeah,
they'll
and
they'll
they
take
don't-
time
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
we'll,
here.
we'll be right around that
Yep.
37-ish,
Yep.
40.
Yep.
Yep.
At 1,200 or 1,100. Sorry, didn't want to jump the gun. 1,100 signed in
That's crazy.
total. Well, not signed in, but 1,100 have registered.
registered.
So it's nuts.
And it's been, like I said, the first 2 days have been fantastic. Saturday even felt to me like it's like felt like Friday night of the Super Nationals. It's everything just kind of progresses, and we all get more tired. We're just wore out, But the anticipation, and I think the excitement does build as the week goes a little bit. Our championship events for most of our divisions are obviously on Saturday night. But it was hot the last 2 nights, which takes a little bit of wind out of everybody's sails. It kind of calms everybody down. But it's going to start cooling down now a little bit. And I think, we're going to have 2 nights, obviously 2 great nights of hobby stock and sport mod racing. Late models tonight always bring in a decent crowd. They put on an excellent show. I've
50
some of the
laps.
best IMCA late model races I've ever seen have here at Super Nationals. And then
Late
we got the
model races,
compacts
period.
tomorrow night,
Horny Tuesday.
whatever you call it.
We've got over 100 of those that have registered, so we may be setting records there too.
Exactly. So you got 2 great days of qualifying, and then the mods obviously and the stock cars come in for their qualifying on Wednesday. So it's going to be a busy week.
We talk about a busy week. We talk about the heat and 1,100 pre-enters, but I mean it just goes to show what a great dedicated staff here at Boone Speedway to be able to endure the heat, to everything from the track conditions. I mean, you don't see a piece of trash on this ground. I mean, the concession stands. It's just
It's a pressure cooker in there.
people always, how do you guys pull that off? I mean,
There's a lot of moving parts.
It takes an army.
It does.
A lot of moving parts to this event.
2-minute warning.
It's fun to be a part of.
2 minutes?
I got like 3 minutes on mine.
I just got the 2-minute from.
Oh, okay.
Those two.
Well, we're going to start racing in hot lapping in 25 minutes.
Oh. We probably
So-
better just cut it short.
Yeah, we can cut it short.
We do
So-
a bigger one later, like when we go back in the
When
studio.
Wade's going to get
Wade
here.
will be here at
shortly.
1:40 today.
Well, yeah, well, we hope.
had
Well, if not,
well,
we've got Ben.
We had a little trouble with Spec Part 1, so we didn't get quite up to.
Well, if Jim hadn't extended his
like
vacation over in Maui, the plane would have been available.
I know
for
he's put so many hours on that plane this year that we had to get it serviced, so they'd take it out of service for a couple of days.
And the poor pilot,
he couldn't get it back in fast enough to get Wade picked up. So Wade's going to be. He missed this podcast, but he'll be here tomorrow. We can talk about Spec Part 1 and his ride.
A lot of times I'll just fly the jet myself, Jerry.
Remind me to never.
Hey, can you go with Jim on the jet for a trip?
I don't see Magoo at the helm.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Magoo here.
Well, are we doing a podcast tomorrow then too? Pre-race?
Isn't it?
Isn't it every day? You set the
Producer
rules.
Nate says yes, thumbs up.
Yes.
Is this a daily occurrence, Nate?
Remember, if you two want to,
we'll have more to talk about tomorrow. We'll have Wade. We'll try to get a racer on here as a guest. I think, which is always interesting.
And if you want to be a part of the studio audience, get your ticket requests in.
I mean, it's
limited number.
Seating is at a
seating.
Yeah,
here.
That's right.
We've almost filled a second table over
In
here.
fact, I think you need to get a hold of Carson for that.
Ticketmaster, I think.
Yeah. No.
Carson's laying down over here. He's tangled up.
He's tangled up in a cord.
He's still down.
He's still down.
Carson down. Carson down.
A ticket to this podcast is like a ticket to Burning Man right now.
Yeah.
Hey, it's 2 tickets to paradise.
But you know what? It's easy to get in. You just can't get out.
Correct. Trapped.
It's a way to keep an audience.
Yep. All right. Well, till tomorrow then. Do you have anything exciting you want to say?
Mañana.
All right. We'll call it a day.
We're out of here. Let's go racing. It's the week you saved your lunch money for, and we have made our way to the Iowa's Action Track, the Boone Speedway, and it is time for the 41st running of the Speedway Motors IMCA Super Nationals fueled by Casey's. We've had 2 nights of double down preludes. Now, over 1,050 drivers have pre-entered for the biggest dirt track race in the world, the IMCA Super Nationals. Are you ready? We are. Let's get this party started. docket today, a ton of racing. Got you all planned out, got you all ready. 2 rounds of qualifying. Tonight we will qualify the inside and middle row for the Friesen Performance IMCA Northern Sport Mods, and we will qualify the top 8 for the inside row of the big dance for the Sunoco Hobby Stocks. Complete show. The boys of summer are back at the Boone Speedway. The Sunoco IMCA late models have made their return to their original date every Labor Day Monday. The boys of summer crown a champion as the IMCA late models are in town. We'll throw some Race of Champions heat races in there, and we have got a full afternoon and an evening of fun planned for you. We do thank and appreciate each and every one of you making your way into the grandstands here this afternoon, and for all of you folks watching around the world on IMCA TV, it's our pleasure having you here on vacation with us. The campground's full. Everything is underway. Track prep, Quick Car Racing Products, track prep finishing up. We'll get with opening ceremonies here just about that 2 o'clock tick and get you into all kind of excitement. Don't forget, also, maybe you didn't see the Prelude. Get that replay pass, the IMCA TV replay pass. Don't forget about that. It's $24.99 a month. Proceeds for that go back to the great IMCA racers, and it gives you 30 days to watch every single lap of every race that has been on the platform on IMCA TV. So you could, maybe you need next week. Maybe you didn't get enough racing this week. You can go ahead next week and just buy the replay pass and watch it all over again. So ton of options on the broadcast and everything there. Remember, if you're on the grounds, 94.1 is the FM transmitter station. It's not an app. It's not a thing you can listen to on your phone. It's old school. I mean, it's one of the old school things we do here. Get some earbuds, get an FM receiver, go to the hardware store, get those headphones, and then you can also have hearing protection and hear the great and not so great things that come from our mouths all week long, and have it right in your ear, or have it on in your camper, or have it wherever you're at. Like we said, track prep underway. Big day planned here for you for day number 1 of America's Racing Vacation. We'll have some things back in the fan zone this afternoon. Great to have once again a return for their second year. Our great friends from Napa Auto Parts bringing you the Napa fan zone right behind the grandstands. We'll have our late model feature champion, I believe. Stay tuned to that. We had our Mod Light champion back there last night. I believe also we'll be taking our late model champion there. Get you a chance to get up close and personal. These guys get out of the car. These guys and gals that race out here, they go back there to the fan zone. You can go back and meet the fans or meet the racer right after they get out of the race car. So we invite you back there to the Napa fan zone when we have all of those great activities back there. So as we get ready to go here shortly, it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a little warm. Wednesday's going to chill down a little bit when the modifieds come to town. Modifieds and stock cars, of course, they'll get their qualifying events on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Of course, Wednesday we'll run qualifying for the B&B Racing Chassis All-Star Race for the IMCA Sunoco stock cars. And that their event will be on Thursday night for that All-Star event. Thursday night we'll run qualifying for Friday's Fast Shafts All-Star Race for the IMCA or the Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds. So a ton of racing. Everybody asks, where can I find a schedule? Where can I find this? Where can I find that? IMCASupernationals.com, IMCA.com, RaceBoone.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. If you've got a smartphone, if you've got a computer, you can find all the information you need right there at the tip of your fingers. Do want to give you some housekeeping notes here in the grandstand seating area. There is no smoking under Iowa law in the grandstands. Under Iowa law and every law in the country, if you do not possess a handicap tag on your vehicle or your vehicle is not registered as a handicap vehicle, you cannot park in the handicap areas in the parking areas. That includes cars, automobiles, trucks, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, golf carts, razors, Rangers, whatever. Handicap parking is for handicap parking. Also, we need to make sure that we keep the driveways clean. Keeping the driveways clean, make sure that everybody can get through, making sure if there's an emergency that Boone Fire or Boone Hospital could get to the grandstand area or get through. So roadways, the easiest thing to remember, you cannot park on the gravel, you cannot park in a camping spot, and you can't park in a pit spot unless they're yours. So keep the gravel drives open in the camping area and all that. Remember, the best thing to do, because you see more, start up your Chevrolets and just walk around. It's always so great to see all the action that happens here. So coming to the racetrack right now, a hot lap session for our Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds. Cars, I believe, 0 through 20, if I remember right, or 0 through 30 or 50 or 5,472. So we get a little bit of after track prep here, a little bit, watch some hot laps, and we'll get right into opening ceremonies. You kicked your Labor Day off in style here at Boone.